Her Worship, Mayor of Colombo, distinguished guests, thank you very much for coming and joining with us on this very important day. We are relaunching kind of the Grand Oriental Hotel. This is a building which has a history, a very long history. Started in 1937 as a British barrack. So it's an iconic building in the Colombo city, which we are reopening today. A couple of days ago, at a function just like that, at the opening of Altair building, I told the participants a story about how we started the Shangri-La operation at the Goldface. Whilst I was sitting here, I thought I must tell you another little story which is related to what we are doing today. That again goes back to 2010. 2010 was the time I was the chairman tourism. War has ended, and the secretary to the Ministry of Urban Development was Mr. Gotabaya Rajapaksa, the current president. I remember at that time, as a member of UDA, I was a director of UDA also. I used to see him quite often. One day at a discussion, I heard him asking somebody, who owns that old building in front of World Trade Center, the Transact building? And I didn't realize what he was talking about, and nobody had the answer also at that time. But when I came back to office, I asked my officers, what is he talking about? And they told me, it is about a building which is used by the Sri Lankan police as their barracks, used during the wartime, and they continue. And that was built by the Dutch long time ago as a hospital. So when I met him next time, I told him that Dutch hospital actually belongs to Sri Lanka Tourism, because that building belonged to us at that time. It had been transferred to Sri Lanka Tourism a couple of years ago, but never used. The whole idea was to convert it to a boutique hotel. But because of the war, that had not taken place. So I told him that this belongs to Sri Lanka Tourism, and he asked me whether it can be transferred to UDA. I told him I'll go and check whether it is possible. So I went and spoke to my minister, Minister Basil Rajapaksa, and told him Defense Secretary is interested in this building, and he thought he's going to use it again for some military purpose. And he said, no, go and tell him that we are going to convert it to a boutique hotel. So again, I went back to Defense Secretary and told him that this is what Minister told. We want to convert it to a boutique hotel. He said, Nalaka, don't do that. If you make it a boutique hotel, it will be owned by one person. We must make it available to a bigger number, a large number of people. More people will be allowed to use it. And let us have it. UDA will do something about it. There was no further discussion, but I'm sure they would have had a discussion, the two brothers. The following day, the work started. In a couple of months' time, the Dutch hospital came up, as we know it today, a tourism attraction. That was the beginning of the transformation of Fort. Defense Secretary had a very good idea as to what he wants to do with Colombo, Fort as well as Petta. He wanted this whole area to be developed as a tourism center, the old city, where we will preserve the heritage. And he wanted the Petta to be developed as a new city. So he started starting with the Dutch hospital, then the arcade came, race course came, the building started changing, the Colombo landscape started changing. And then to change Petta, the Manning Market area started moving, the move into Palyagoda started, Fish Market moved before, 2013 it was moved. There was a nice plan which was being implemented when the government changed. Unfortunately, because the next government did not understand this master plan, nothing much happened. But now that the same team is back, the person who started that whole transformation is now the president. We have restarted that journey. So we have expedited the process in which we do these things. So as you can see, now Grand Orient is more or less ready. The Gafoor building is coming up. We will be changing the whole fort area. Within the next 2 to 3 years, the entire old city will be transformed. And then the Manning market has already moved out. The port city is coming up. We are moving a lot of other businesses in Peta area also out. Currently, we are doing a master plan for Peta. So finally, it will be a totally new city. On one side, the old city, and a new city next to that. That's the plan. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are in for good times. Colombo will be a completely different city 10 years from now if we continue the work we have started. And I'm glad Her Worship the Mayor, Mrs. Rosie Sen Nayak, is very cooperative, working with us very closely, meeting us very frequently, discussing our projects, and we are working hand in hand to make this thing happen. So since there are a lot of distinguished citizens of our country here, Colombo business people, we invite you also to join us in this journey. Because now we need investment. We need investments to come, not only from outside, but also from within the country. The interest rates have gone down, not only in Sri Lanka, elsewhere as well. All over the world, the interest rates are down. So therefore, this is the best time to invest. Invest in property. Invest in projects like this. So UDA can offer many opportunities like that. I'm happy to tell you, we are now more or less finalized the development work around the Bere Lake. We have identified the entire area around the Bere Lake, divided those into different blocks, identified what height that new investments can go up, what are the guidelines, all those things are done and they'll be gazetted soon. And if you are interested, if you are investors, come and start discussing. Mr. Sirinimal Pereira, a very able and very efficient and very young secretary, is always available. He's more energetic than a young person. So we are ready. So come and discuss. If you have foreign investors, you have friends, tell them. The Sri Lanka is like a virgin market right now for property development. Ask them to come. We have the land, we have the opportunities, we are willing to discuss. So a lot can be done during the next couple of years' time. So I don't want to take too much time because you're already enjoying you start enjoying your meals. But the message I want to give you is we went through a bad patch because of Corona, COVID-19 situation. And we have to come out of that. And we have to come out very strongly. And it is the responsibility of this generation, responsibility of us to make it happen. Like how we defeated the most ruthless terrorist organization 2009, we can be an example to the rest of the world. How we overcome this COVID situation, how we are going to come out of that. We'll be vaccinating almost the entire nation during this year. We'll be probably the first country to do so. We can do that because we are a small population. Large countries can't do that. So those are the opportunities. The chairman tourism is here. She was talking to me a little while ago, Mrs. Kimali Fernando. She was very happily telling me how the corona, the quarantine period has been brought down. Now tourists will have to stay only 7 days. Sri Lanka is only 1 day. So things are changing. So we are getting ready for the next phase. Yes, it was bad for tourism. But with our able tourism chairperson and the tourism minister and the team, I think we'll be ready for tourism very soon. More than 1 billion people travel the world every year. This year they couldn't. They're not going to wait any longer. They're waiting to find a location to go. And what better place than Sri Lanka for tourism? We have everything here for tourism. And also, with this kind of control of corona, this will be one of the best places to travel. So, whilst government is conveying this message, you also should do that as patriotic citizens. Talk about that. Talk to your friends, your overseas friends. Tell the message that Sri Lanka will be ready to welcome tourists. Not only tourists, investors. And let's make that change happen very soon. And let us all own that achievement. Thank you very much.